even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement, move left to right, box forward, box backward. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Very competitive. Did you see that? Sugar Ray Leonard days. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. And there's the bell for round 2. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice lead hook. The jab doesn't quite connect. Give us a second to catch our breath. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a
One, two, three, four, five. And we continue.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at there's nothing there.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Roy Jones and now. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? A perfect counter lands. Couldn't land that jab. Good jab to the body. Fundamentals always help. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The jab just got blocked. Swing and a miss for that jab. Look at the the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. From this,
Get your mind back on the job.
there's the bell for round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
They drew the hook. It didn't land. One punch could change everything in this battle. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Sugar Ray in that last round.
You're switching off.
And there's the bell to start round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Both want a highlight reel knockout. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Swing and a miss with that hook. They stop the hook there. Just missed with that hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your ball.
Let's talk about about Roy Jones in that last round. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so I guess he's coming out for another round.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Great round, great round. Now relax. Just the same again.
Get your mind back, get your focus back, get the jab back.
Here. Good work there. The jabs are working nice. Those one.
All right? Now go back out there and win this round. You only lost one round. Nothing. Don't worry about it. You've done all that work all the way through camp, and now you're going to go back out.
But you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely.
Get your boxing back together. I need to go back out there.
Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him.
Just boxing, be smart, get your shots off. Don't give him anything.
Ready, that right hand is beautiful. That's it. Just
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time.
You've done all that work.
On to the 6th round. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Perfect counter shot. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes on the belly of the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Both men step back for just a moment. You can't score with that uppercut. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Stamina is off the charts. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard. There's the bell to start round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable.
Oh my goodness, I want to see that one more time.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.